Now the king's image is imprinted on the currency. Why? Because the king owns the country and everything in it. Now God in his nature is king. He is the king of all kings and the Lord of all lords. So God in his nature is the rightful owner of the country, and everything is in that country. So the currency of God is you, the human being. That's why he placed his image on you, the only currency that God deals with and recognizes and acknowledges. You are my son. The ultimate of creations, the crown of creation is the human being. God says, the only thing is for my house to be seen as my house, the love has to be given to me, not to you. So the Lord here is addressing church leaders, more so the faithfuls. He is addressing church leaders, someone like me, more than the followers. Why? Because the Lord is saying for a church leader to be found successful in their role, they need to make sure that the faithfuls love God, not him. A leader that makes people love him instead of God is a failure. He has stolen God's love from the Father and applied it to himself. Do church leaders attempt such an evil act sometimes? Yes. How do leaders make the faithfuls love them instead of God? Well, this poor person comes to a priest, no, not a priest, bishop and above, like me. We'll leave the priest alone. They are good men. He will come to someone like me, a bishop and above. He will say, I really want you to do this for me, but I think God doesn't allow it. And then I turn around and I say, have you forgotten? God gave the keys to me. And he went up. So I've got the keys. Whatever I tie on earth shall be tied in heaven. Whatever I loosen on earth shall be loosened in heaven. So guess what? I've got the keys. Don't worry. I'll fix it up for you. But pass me something under the table. That person came out of the church saying, the bishop is nicer than God to me. He ended up loving me, not loving God. Wow. What happened in the house of the Lord? Buying and selling. We traded. We traded using the name love. Like, well, it's not a shock for the world to trade in the name of love, because that's what the world is all about. Lies after lies after lies. But for this to happen in the house of the Lord, now, case is closed. In the name of love, you have to accept everyone. In the name of love, you have to accept everything. In the name of love, you cannot say anything, otherwise you are judgmental, discriminative. In the name of love, you can go out naked, you can do whatever in the name of love. Even if you want to be an animal, you can be one in the name of love. Well, I just wonder, what kind of a love is this, if there is any love in the first place? Well, since it's the world, there is no love. But in the house of the Lord, in the church, there has to be love found in it. Otherwise, it cannot be a church. But this love has to be given to God the Father, not to you or me. When you come to church, you need to love God, not me. But you need to love me through God. Outside of God, there is no point, neither me loving you nor you loving me, because my love for you outside of Christ is a lie. It's a lie. We are now trading. We are buying and selling. I don't love you when I allow you to do something that is offensive to God in the name of love. Then run away from me I have no love for you. I have love for myself. That's why I did it, to gain your love for me. I want to be loved, not God. I've used the rank, the position, the throne to be loved by people because I became Mr. Nice Guy. God is not nice after all. He doesn't do what I want, but the bishop did what I want. So I love the bishop more than God. We've stolen the love from our Heavenly Father and gave it to our own selves. Well, since the king's image is on the coin, then that coin belongs to the king. Since God's image is imprinted on us, then we belong to him, not to ourselves, not to anyone else. He is the rightful owner. So who has the right to do whatever he wants with his currency? The king. Christ has the right to do whatever he wishes with every single one of us.